Hello my dear students, welcome back to the channel New Horizon. Today in this video I will discuss with you topic laws of motion. So before discussing laws of motion, I want to discuss with you few concepts, that is Galileo Hypothesis. Before Galileo, it was assumed, the scientists were assuming that if a body is in motion, it will remain in motion until there is a continuous application of force. That means they said that the body will be in motion as long as the force is applied to produce the motion remains present. If you remove the force, the body will stop. It will no longer be in the motion. So according to them, if a body is moving, it will continue to be moving if force is present continuously on the body. But Galileo did not accept that, and he performed an experiment in the lab. He set up this kind of a shape and take a metallic ball and dropped it from the height edge. So when he dropped the ball from the height edge, he found that the ball was moving and were reaching to the height, the same height in the different direction, like in this position. So again and again he keep on repeating this experiment, and he found that if the ball was dropped from the height edge, so it was gaining the same height in the opposite direction as well. Then he changed the setup as well. Now the new setup was like this. Once again he dropped a ball from this height edge, so the ball was moving and again attaining the same height edge in the opposite end of the setup. Then what did he do? He thought that what if I remove this other end and body is dropped from this position, then the ball will keep on rolling and it will never come to the rest. That was his hypothesis. Now to prove the scientist of that time, he gave the examples as well after performing his experiment. Like, if you see the birds flying in the sky, the birds without shaking their wings can keep on moving in the sky. They are not applying any effort, but when they are at the certain height, the birds keep on moving in the sky. When you are cycling, so you just keep on pedaling, and after some time you stop the pedaling, but thereafter also your cycle will keep on moving in the forward direction. It will move certain distance, then it will come to the rest. Then he said that the force is not needed continuously to provide the motion to the body. If a force is provided and the body is in motion, it will continue to be in motion, and if a body is in rest, it will continue to be in rest. That was the conclusion of Galileo. Then Newton just summed up his experiments, and he said that if a body is in a state of rest, it will continue to be in a state of rest, and if it is in the motion, it will remain moving in the same direction with the same speed unless an external force is applied on it, and that is called as Newton's first law. What did Newton say? Newton said that if a body is in stationary, like a book kept on the table, so it will remain kept on the table until someone is coming and picking this book. If nobody is disturbing this book, so it will remain at its position. Or if a body is in motion, like you kick the football, okay, like you kick the football with your leg, so football keeps on moving in the forward direction after traveling certain distance, then it stop it. So what Newton say? He said that if a body is in a state of rest, it will continue to be in a state of rest, or if a body is in motion, it will continue to be in motion until or unless any external force is applied on it. When you kick the football, so there is a frictional force which is trying to stop the football, and after some time the football comes to rest. So there comes an external force. Then in his definition, Newton included two things. That is, if a body is in a state of rest, this state of rest was concluded as inertia. What is the inertia? The property of an object by virtue of which it tends to remain in the state of rest or of motion is called the inertia, and it is inherent property of each object. That means inertia is related with the mass. every body will possess the property of inertia. If nobody is applying any kind of force, the body will remain at its original position. But if you pick the book from one state to from one point and put it to another point, like you take this book from the table and put it on the another table, so basically you need to apply the force. So until you are not applying the force, the body will remain, the book will will try to maintain its state of rest. Then second thing was an external force. An external force. So this external force was defined as force is an external cause which tends to change the state of rest or the state of motion of an object. So an external cause, that is force, is required which will always try to stop the motion or will provide the motion. So these two things were concluded by Newton, and that is called as Newton's first law. What is the first law? If a body is in a state of rest, it will continue to be in a state of rest, or if it is in the motion, it will remain moving in the same direction with the same speed unless an external force is applied on it.